How can I generate passive income with real estate? There are many ways to let real estate make money for you while you sleep. There are low-cost, hands-off ways to make money from real estate investments as well as more hands-on ways. There are so many ways to make passive income from real estate that there is something for every budget and amount of time. We'll talk about what it means to make passive income from real estate investments and how you can use real estate to make money. We'll also talk about some of the things you should not do that can hurt your ability to make passive income from real estate. What is real estate passive income? The IRS says that regular passive income comes from either a business or trade that you don't really do much of during the year, like getting dividends or royalties from a book. Unless you are a real estate professional, you should not be involved in rental activities, even if you are involved in a big way. Rental income and income from other real estate investments are both examples of passive income from real estate. Passive income from real estate often requires an initial investment that pays off over and over again. Some passive real estate investments require more hands-on management than others. 10 ways to make money from real estate without doing anything. Here's a quick look at a few of the many ways real estate can be used to make passive income. 1. Publicly traded real estate investment trusts, REITs. Real estate investment trusts, REITs, that trade publicly on stock market exchanges are usually the easiest and least expensive way to invest in real estate to make passive income. To keep their tax-advantaged status with the IRS, REITs must pay out 90% of their taxable net income to shareholders in the form of dividends. So, they are a great way to make money. Most REIT shares trade for less than $100 each, so they are also a low-cost way to invest. They are passive investments because you don't have to do anything besides research and keep an eye on them. Public REITs are also very liquid because you can buy and sell shares through a brokerage account any day the stock market is open. There are more than 200 REITs that trade on public markets. Many of them focus on certain types of real estate, like industrial, office, retail, or residential, or on certain markets, like the Sunbelt or the West Coast. This gives investors a lot of ways to invest for passive income. There are some problems with REITs that are traded on the stock market, such as being exposed to stock market volatility. Even though there are a lot of REITs to choose from, it can be hard for new investors to know which ones to buy. Lastly, a poorly managed REIT can get into financial trouble during a recession. This could mean that the REIT has to cut its dividend or even stop it for a while it works out its problems. 2. REIT exchange-traded funds, ETFs. REIT ETFs are a great way for people who are new to real estate to start making passive income from it. They own a wide range of REITs, which makes it less likely that they will lose income if a single investment cuts its dividend because the market is getting worse. Since you only have to buy one share, REIT ETFs are pretty cheap. They are very liquid because they can be bought and sold on the stock market. ETFs are one of the easiest ways to invest in real estate without having to do much. But, like public REITs, they expose the owner to the risk of the stock market. The fee that ETFs charge investors is called the ETF expense ratio. 3. REIT mutual funds. REIT mutual funds are a lot like REIT ETFs. They own a group of REITs, so investors can get a wide range of exposure to the sector. The mutual fund is actively managed by a manager who tries to buy shares of REITs that they think will do better than a benchmark index. REIT mutual funds often have a higher expense ratio than REIT ETFs because they are managed by people. They also tend to have a higher minimum investment, around $2,500 most of the time. Most of the time, you'll need a broker to buy a REIT mutual fund. 4. Non-traded REITs. REITs that aren't traded don't trade on stock markets. Instead, investors buy shares through a direct-to-consumer online portal like Fundrise or Realty Mogul or through a financial advisor. Private real estate investments have always given a higher return on investment and been less risky than REITs that are traded on the stock market. But many private REITs require a relationship with a financial advisor and have a higher minimum investment, $2,500 or more. Non-traded REITs are investments that aren't very liquid, which means that it's not easy to buy or sell shares. Many sponsors of non-traded REITs only buy back shares once a quarter, and they limit the number of times they'll do this. 5. Real estate syndications. Real estate syndications enable passive investments in commercial real estate. They let an investor become a limited partner in a single real estate asset, like a multifamily property, office building, or self-storage facility, or a private equity real estate fund managed by a real estate sponsor. The partners get to share in the income that the property or fund brings in on its own. Private real estate investments tend to have a higher return on investment and are less volatile than REITs that are traded on the stock market. Investors can join single real estate syndications and funds through online platforms like CrowdStreet and Equity Multiple, or they can work directly with real estate deal sponsors. But most real estate syndications are only open to investors who have a good track record. Accredited investors must have a net worth of $1 million, not including their primary home, or more than $200,000 in income, $300,000 if they are married. Also, the minimum amount you have to put in is often more than $10,000. Syndication deals are also hard to sell investments that often need to be held for 5 to 10 years. 6. Debt and debt-like investments backed by real estate. Real estate-backed debt is another way that real estate can be used to make passive income. You are giving someone money to help them buy, fix up, redevelop, or build a property from scratch. There are a lot of choices, such as buying notes on mortgages, being a hard money lender for a house flip or a building project, investing in mezzanine debt or preferred stock in a syndication deal for a single asset. Most of the time, real estate debt is a low-risk investment. But since it's a fixed-income investment, it doesn't offer any chance for the value of the investment to go up. 7. House hacking. House hacking is a way to make money from the home you already own. House hacking can take many forms, such as buying a duplex or fourplex and living in one unit while renting out the others, renting a room in your home to a family member or college student, or turning a garage or basement into a small rental unit. You can get rental income from house hacking, which can help pay for some or all of your living costs. It's not all passive income, though. For example, you might have to fix something that a renter broke, which can be a privacy invasion. House hacking can cost a lot of money up front to buy an investment property or make a space for renters. It can also affect your taxes in other ways. 8. Short-term vacation rentals. Short-term vacation rentals are becoming a more common way to make passive income from real estate. You buy a house or condo in a place where people go on vacation and then rent it out to tourists. Sites like Airbnb, Nasdaq, Airbnb make it easy to list a property and find renters. Short-term rentals tend to command higher rental rates than long-term rentals, making them a potentially lucrative source of income. You can use your vacation rental even when it's not rented. However, short-term rentals aren't exactly passive since there's lots of work involved in managing a rental. A vacation rental is more like a hospitality business than a real estate investment. You can hire a property manager to make it a passive investment, but their fees will take up a big chunk of the rental income. Short-term rental properties have a high upfront cost. Most of the time, you'll need a 20% down payment, plus money for closing costs and money to cover vacancies and repairs. Vacation rentals also have high vacancy rates, especially when they're not in high demand or when the economy is bad. This makes the passive income from them rather lumpy. 9. Rental properties. Owning rental properties is another way to generate passive real estate income. Many people own condos or single-family homes that they rent to long-term tenants, 12 months or more, to get a fairly steady rental income. But rental homes aren't always passive investments. If you don't hire a property manager, you might get a call at 2 a.m. to fix a broken toilet. Also, the income can change from month to month depending on costs, and if there are a lot of unplanned costs, you might not make any passive income. Lastly, rental homes often need a big investment up front, just like short-term vacation rentals. 10. Ground leases. Ground leases enable you to generate passive income from owning land instead of a building. You own the land under a building and rent it to the owner of the building. A ground lease is usually a very low-risk investment that gives you a steady stream of passive lease income. Ground leases have less income potential, but they also have less risk. They also have to pay a pretty high price up front to buy the land. Mistakes to avoid when investing for a passive income. Real estate can be a great way to make money without doing much work, but there are some things to watch out for. Investing in real estate that needs more hands-on management than you can provide. Not putting more than one investment into real estate, unless that investment is already diversified, like an ETF or mutual fund. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.